Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. We'll now head over to Langland, where we will see what he has to say about the other Black Riders. Just to remind you, so far we've traced down the location of 5 of the 9 Black Riders, because we encountered them during an earlier instance, and Strider is interested in us learning where the other 4 may have been hiding during this time. And a little bit more copper. Some silver would have been nice instead, but never complain about a little extra coin at this phase of the game. Coriander. Okay, I guess that's a reasonable name for a blonde horse. Yeah, I don't think I'm even going to bother changing it. I think it's fitting enough, right? Or not? Oh, actually. That.
What can I do for you?
Oh, that wasn't what my intent was? Alright. My intent was to rename my mount, not to dismount. Because, of course. Amber, of course. Anyway, this is Adso. So this is his camp, and the brigands we want to face are up, down in that direction. But we're going to go a little bit further down, so we could get to Langland first. So the progression sort of takes you to Langland, then to Buckland, then all the way back to Adso. It's a rather unusual progression. But when they did some adjustments to the area, they kept the epic quest the same it was, and the epic quest does not go by Adso's camp at all. It instead jumps you from Bree all the way down to Buckland. Now, Buckland is rather unusual in that it's, you could say, I guess you could say it's an expansion to the Shire. It's not officially part of the Shire until the 4th Age, but it is a dwelling of hobbits and Shire-type hobbits, we shall say, as opposed to British hobbits, since they have slightly different temperaments. Though, of course, I suspect boat sets think that Bucklanders are weird. What's this thing with boats, you know? Hello.
Greetings.
Aragorn has sent aid? Nazgul, 4 more were in Buckland. They rode swiftly to the east, up upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me down. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake that must be dealt with. I must ask for your help. What else is new?
Could I speak with you a moment?
In the Black Riders' wake, Craban have taken roost. They are not the common strain from Dunland, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely, these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire, or at the very least on me, since they have taken to staring at me at night. While the Craban may see nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind these eyes, the enemy would not be as sure in directing its efforts. If you would, dispose of the Craban that roost in the southwest, just beyond the camp. Just killing one will go a long way towards blinding the enemy, but I'd rather you kill 4. Right, let's see. Where are those birds? Okay. Craban. Alright, we'll see how that works. So I keep saying Craban, even though it's definitely an A there. Craban. Anyway, it comes from the same root as, you know, as the words for raven and crow do. See, as you can see, especially when you see, if you drop the C, you notice you get something pretty close to raven. When you think about how all the mutation of words and stuff like that, because crow eventually comes from corvus, as does raven, so you could see that
Greetings.
this is even closer to the root. Good to have slain those foul birds. The enemy will not be nearly as sure of your efforts now. However, I still need your aid. I must ask you to do something in Buckland, and it is the horn call that alerted me to the presence of the Nazgul. Alright, so
Could I speak with you a moment?
you say that Underhill is with Aragorn? I know of no Underhills. I was sent to watch over a hobbit named Baggins. I must assume that it is whom Aragorn spoke of. That he is safe is welcome news, for my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw the Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I feared they had already found Baggins. The four riders passed eastward towards Bree, but we may discover what they learned, if anything, at the Baggins' home in Crickhollow. It is a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. If you learn anything there, return to me. Yes. So now we'll go to Baggins' home. If we could call it his home, considering that he lived there all of one night before leaving the Shire. So it wasn't exactly a long-standing house for him. So we'll see how that works out. But this brings us right into Buckland. So actually we might as well, when I talk to Fatty Bulger, I'll get that quest back. Might as well pick these things up.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Stay and have some tea.
That
Would you
reminded
do
me,
something for me?
Did I remember? Oh, I did pick that quest up. Oh, or did I not? Looks like I did not.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Might I speak with you a moment?
I was supposed to pick up a quest from Barleyman Butterbur that I could turn into Killadine, but apparently I completely forgot to pick that one up, and I'm not going to bother doing that now. Actually, I'm in the area. Before I... That's Frodo's house right there. Before I just stop by there, I want to make sure I tag the stable master. Tag.
Oh, good day.
Alright, there we go.
Oh, mercy me.
What? Oh! I don't have it! No! Oh, wait. You aren't one of the Black Riders. I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, those riders came busting through the gate, but I had already slipped out the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. When the sheriffs came, they made me tell them about Frodo and the others going into the old forest, but I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. Oh dear. I mean, what was that? It sounds like crows. Oh, where are they? Oh boy, they're coming close. Yes. Yes, more Craban. How's that? And yes, more are coming. La 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 la. Okay, here they go. They used to come at 4 at a time, which was a bit tougher. And it was very difficult to solo it back then, but now it's one of those quests that went from nearly impossible to rather trivial. But anyway, now I need to go back to Langland, but I'm not going to do that immediately. Because I am going to take care of these quests, the 3 quests that I picked up at the gate. Let's see what I can do with them. Oh, I don't know why I bothered getting off there. Because I've already talked to them. Now, I do need to kill some wolves, such as this one. Bears, boars, and pick some mushrooms. Now the wolves is probably the easiest section to complete. Tend to find them easily. And they seem to all drop what you're looking for. Bears and boars are a bit tougher. And down here are the mushrooms. So I might as well take care of what's in the area first, then start picking mushrooms. Right. There's a bear. That way, maybe the bear will have a chance to respawn while I'm picking mushrooms. Well, so far I'm getting a decent drop rate. There's a decent number of bears there too. So the wolves, they have only one item that I need from them, but from the bears and boars I need multiple items. So that's what makes things a little bit trickier. Because that's the last of the wolf carcasses. But I'm sure to run into more wolves. And a few more bears. Let's see. Because usually I have a little trouble getting all the bears I need. And wind up going way far. Whoa, no, those are the Craban. I don't feel like fighting all those birds. I have a couple of bad memories concerning those birds. I do at least need hides. This one time I was doing the epic. This is back when the Horn Call Buckland wasn't soloable. I was running. We were running through that quest. We had a quest about 3 or 4 people. We just talked to Langland. We've killed the birds that we needed to kill. Then we're going back to me, sending us to Crick Hollow for that quest. And I went around the birds near Langland's camp, and the rest of the party decided to go through the straightest route. You know how they say the shortest way is through a direct line? Well, they didn't think that the shortest way wasn't necessarily the ideal path, so to speak. It was short in distance, but they all got attacked by a bunch of crows and all that. And silly me, I decided to go back and help them, and we were all torn to pieces because every single crow in this part of Breeland was on us at once. Alright. Now this quest also has a rather unusual history in which originally the slugs were non-aggressive. And while they were non-aggressive, there was this stipulation that you weren't allowed to kill any of them. So, of course, it's pretty easy not to kill any slugs if you consider that they were non-aggressive. But that means you had to be careful that if you were fighting wolves or other stuff like that in the area, that you had to make sure that you didn't kill the slugs by mistake. There's also stipulation that you couldn't kill any rats. Well, there aren't any rats around here. There were a couple of rats in nearby areas, so you had to avoid fighting those while picking up the quest at Adzo's camp, where the quest used to be picked up at, coming all the way down here, picking your mushrooms, going all the way back to Adzo's camp. But it's only a little bit tricky. If I remember correctly, only one time did I ever wind up killing a rat, and that was more for not properly reading the quest text than anything else. I think what I did is I went to pick up a node along the way. I think I was a jeweler. So I went to mine some silver. And of course, while mining for some silver, a rat saw me, attacked me. As I said, they no longer have that stipulation in this quest, so you don't have to worry about that part. You just have to worry about fighting the slugs instead. And turning it in is a lot closer than it used to be, since I no longer go to Adso, but instead go to Adso's assistants, who are parked right in Buckland. Alright, now. Oh. Wolf. Yeah. Medium hides are going to be useful when I get around to some crafting time. Let's see, so far what I still need, I need... Oh. I need 3 more bear haunches, 6 more boar shanks. It's going to be finding the boars that's going to be the tough part, which is not really all that unusual in this quest. Sometimes I have trouble getting the boars, sometimes I have trouble getting the bears. I still need 1 more boar head and 4 more bear hides. So it looks like so far I'm having a lot easier time with the bears than the boars. Fortunately, they don't seem to like lightning all that much. Okay, that's the last of the boar heads, but I of course still need some more shanks. Yeah, a lot more shanks. Now, these are the rabid ones. These are the ones that are a real pain to fight. Unless, of course, you can stun them with lightning. Oh. Wolves. best direction to go then. Ah, here we go, bear. Now usually I wind up getting pretty close to Langland as I'm doing this quest. But it goes right. Yeah, because Langland's right there. So you usually get close to him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out what I can clear out in this area, and if I'm not done, I can just go to Langland. Turn in the epic there. And then come back and finish up the rest of these beasts later. See, I'm not going after every bear nearby. I mean, every wolf that's nearby. Giving priority to bears and boars. But if a wolf is in the way, well, this hide is useful for crafting. At least I'm getting close to my boar shanks now. Now, boars, they tend to warn you before attacking you, but the ones who are diseased or rabid or something like that, they seem to be running into a lot of rabid ones around here. Actually, okay, that wasn't a good idea. Rabid ones tend to attack on sight, which I guess makes sense if they're rabid, but I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere near a rabid animal. Oh, we are getting near the end of those lines. Okay. Angry Splinter Tusk. Good. Alright, that's all the... So I still need a bear hide and 2 bear haunches. And here's a bear. Amazing I managed to get the boars first, considering that I had a lot of trouble with the boars at the beginning. Alright, so I just need 1 haunch. Don't ask me how that bear didn't have a haunch. Alright, let's see. As you see, now I'm having trouble finding my last bear. Okay, where is he? Well, we'll go in. Oh, actually, no. Here's one now. I was about to just cross and talk to Langland, but maybe. That's just birds. Just make sure there aren't any bears around here. None, so we will save the Last bear for next time. But we will finish up by coming up here to Langland.
What can I do for you?
The enemy's ring! It is no wonder Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy was seeking Baggins. If the Craban heard Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the old forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn and Bree and seek his counsel on how to find these foul birds. Well, yes, that is what he would like me to do at the moment. But next time we are instead going to go back down into Buckland, kill our last bear, turn in these quests, and continue to do a few more quests along this road before we get back to Strider and start again with our epic story. And until then, this is Pineleaf Needles for Pineleaf Plays, the Rune-keeper.